Hey there, fellow explorers. Today, we are diving into one of the most mysterious and fascinating wonders of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Have you ever heard of them? These gardens have captured the imagination of historians, adventurers, and dreamers for centuries. But here's the twist: no one really knows if they actually existed. So, let's embark on a journey to explore this intriguing blend of myth, mystery, and maybe even reality. So, why are the Hanging Gardens so famous? First off, they are often listed as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. That alone gives them a legendary status. But unlike the other wonders, like the pyramids of Giza or the Colossus of Rhodes, there's a big mystery here. There are no concrete, physical remains of the Hanging Gardens. Nada. Zilch. That's right. Despite being one of the greatest marvels of ancient engineering, there's no archaeological evidence to prove that they ever existed. The story goes that the Hanging Gardens were built in the ancient city of Babylon, located in present-day Iraq, around 600 BCE. King Nebuchadnezzar II is often credited with constructing the gardens to please his wife, Amides of Media, who missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland. Imagine this: an oasis of lush plants and cascading waterfalls in the middle of a hot, dry desert. The gardens were said to have been tiered, with different levels filled with exotic plants, trees, and flowers, all watered by an advanced irrigation system. Sounds magical, doesn't it? But here's the catch: none of this is confirmed. The only records we have of the Hanging Gardens come from ancient texts written centuries after they were supposedly built. Greek historians like Herodotus and Strabo wrote about the gardens, but they never saw them firsthand. They were working off second-hand accounts, hearsay, and, quite possibly, a bit of imagination. Herodotus, often called the father of history, didn't even mention the gardens in his extensive accounts of Babylon, which makes you wonder, did they really exist? Let's talk about what makes the Hanging Gardens so special. Even if they were purely mythical, the concept alone is awe-inspiring. Imagine the engineering required to sustain such a lush, green space in the middle of a desert. The supposed irrigation system is particularly fascinating. The gardens were believed to have used a series of pumps or chain pulls to bring water from the Euphrates River to the top tiers of the garden. In ancient times, this kind of technology would have been nothing short of revolutionary. It's like the ancient equivalent of skyscrapers, but instead of steel and glass, these skyscrapers were made of trees, flowers, and water features. But if these gardens were so magnificent, why don't we have any physical evidence of them? Some historians believe that the gardens were destroyed by earthquakes, floods, or simply the passage of time. Babylon itself fell into ruin, and with it, perhaps, the gardens if they ever existed. Others argue that the Hanging Gardens might not have been in Babylon at all. Instead, they propose that the gardens were located in Nineveh, in what is now modern-day Mosul, Iraq. According to this theory, the confusion comes from the mixing up of names in ancient texts. But here's an even more intriguing idea: what if the Hanging Gardens were never a physical place at all? Some scholars suggest that the gardens could have been a metaphorical or symbolic representation of paradise, a literary device used by ancient writers to describe an idealized version of the world. If that's the case, the gardens were more of a mental image, a dream of what could be, rather than an actual place you could visit. So, are the Hanging Gardens of Babylon a myth or reality? The truth is, we may never know, but that's what makes them so captivating. Whether they were a real architectural wonder or a beautiful piece of fiction, the Hanging Gardens continue to inspire us. They remind us of the power of human imagination, the desire to create something extraordinary, and the mysteries that still remain unsolved in our world. So, what do you think? Were the Hanging Gardens real, or just a story passed down through the ages? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of one of history's greatest enigmas. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from the past. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.